Hey guys, welcome back to my colourful country life. I have something a little bit different to show you all today, and that is how I keep track of my colouring book collection and my completed pages. I originally showed a little glimpse of this back in my Colouring Goals 2024 video, which was a tag video created by Wendy from Jazzy Doodles Design, and I did get a few requests from that video to discuss the tracker in more detail, so here we are. Before I get into it though, a little disclaimer: I am a bit of a nerd when it comes to organisation. I love to organise things, it makes me happy. If you don't share that same love or OCD level for organisation, this video may not interest you, or you may find this process a little tedious, but I love it. And since it was a requested video, I do know I have some fellow colorists out there who are just like me. Now, what brought me to this setup was I wanted to keep track of all my books and how many I had coloured in, or how many I had uncoloured as well as how many pages I'd completed in each book too. So my aim this year is to just keep filling up my books. I technically haven't purchased any new books this year so far. I do have 2 on pre-order for later in the year, which were must-haves for me, and that's Joanna Basford's new book and Emily Lederhall-Oberg's reprint. Other than that, I really want to see all my books coloured in, and the books that only have 1 page completed, I want to see them filled in more. I do have my Mythic World full book colour along coming to the end, so that will release a little bit of my time. We still have the Rooms of Wonder colour along, full book colour along happening as well. So what I want to do is focus on my books, and please ignore this. This is the first page of the document, and I haven't really coloured much in these books here, but there are other books that are more coloured. This is just the first page, so please ignore the statistics for right now. Now, I have seen this done a few ways previously, with people keeping track in their journals, mostly just tracking the completed pages in books that they want to focus on or complete for that year. I've also seen where people have placed notes just inside their book covers, which show how many completed pages they've done and how many left, so they can mark off inside their book each time they complete a page. And both of these are fantastic ideas for tracking. But the reason I've done it this way is so I can have all the information at a glance. I can sort my tracker to show me all my uncoloured books. I can sort by all the books with only 1 page coloured. I can also sort by most coloured in case I'm coming close to completion with some, and I may want to work on that more to get it completed. Now, I do have one of my sheets printed here. Like I said, this is the front page of the tracker document. However, this document isn't really meant to be printed out. It is an editable document that I update at the end of each month. It only takes a couple of minutes, if that even, to update it. There is formulas in the document and such, which I'll discuss in a minute. That's one of the reasons why I don't print it. Another reason was what will happen when I get a new book? I'd either need to reprint or add the book on at the end, which would just be a bit time consuming, and it wouldn't be in order. And I know it is time consuming to set up, but once it's set up, it's not at all. And another reason being that you can't sort a printed document for the information you're looking for. So I like to have a look at some statistics and get all my information, and I can sort that on my computer, but I can't sort it really very well in a printed document. So let's actually take a look at the document. Like I said before, it did take a while for me to set up, but it is so easy to maintain once it's set up. So in our first column here, I've got the artist name, and the second column is the name of the book. And in the third column is where I track how many pages I've completed in the book. So for the sake of accuracy, I actually went through and manually counted all the pages in my books, including title pages and nameplate pages that may not be counted on an Amazon listing as a colouring page. Also, when I count my page numbers, I count a double page as 2 singles. So for example, I've got Mythic World next to me right here, and if I just quickly show you here, this is a double page spread. So I've counted 2 single pages here in my total page count. And when I colour it, I would cross off 2 boxes for 2 pages, if that makes sense. Now, if you're not too worried about it being exact, just use the page number count from the Amazon listings. It'll give you a rough idea. I am a little bit particular, so I did personally count every single one of all my books for the total page count here. And what I consider to be something that would be colorable. So sometimes artists put images on pages that aren't actually a coloring page. Like, for example, I'm just using Mythic World because it's right next to me, but this isn't a great example, but see how there's sort of colorable images on the bottom of one of these back pages. You may want to count that, you may not want to count that. It just depends on you personally. These ones I didn't count, but some books have like the end page with a picture on it. I count those sort of things, but they might not necessarily be counted on the Amazon listing. So that's what I mean when I say I went through and counted all the different pages that I consider a colouring page, and all the pages that I would need to be completed for me to consider the book completed. Now, each row here has 25 squares, 25 check boxes, and we've got 4 rows, and I've got that for every book, even if there isn't that many pages, just to keep it all uniform. So this section allows for up to 100. I have put only 84 boxes here, so 30 boxes here, 27 here, 78 here, etc. If there is more than 100 pages in the book, I've only allowed 400. So I do have a few books in my collection that have over 100 pages. I've just put 100, and I've written the actual total in the total column because I'm probably never going to complete more than 100 pages in that book. Very unlikely, and if I do, I'm going to know at that point that I'm close to completion. So that is fine with me. You can add in extra lines if you wanted to include all that, but I just wanted it all uniform, and I didn't need that many spaces just in case for 1 or 2 books. So the next column here, I've just written done, and this is how many pages I've completed in the books. Not very many on this page here. And total is a total amount of colorable pages in the book that I have counted. And of course, we've got our percentage here. So this is a formula that is in the document. It is in a Word document, so it is a formula inside a table. It's not in Excel. And I'll explain in a moment how you can update these when you update your tracking sheets. So this is a formula, and then updated column here, this last column. So this is our last updated. So at the end of each month, when I'm filming my completed pages video, I will keep those books to the side, open up this document, and I'm going to cross off the pages that I've completed for the month. I'm going to change the completed pages number. Then I come over here and I will right click on percentage and click update field, or you can do F9 and update the whole sheet if that's easier. And this will automatically give you the updated percentage. Now, lastly, I will change this date to be the month I've just completed. Now you'll see a few. Most of these actually say December 2023. That's simply when I set the document up, not necessarily when I worked on these books last. So at the end of the year, I can have a flick back through this sheet, and I can sort by updated by this column here, and I can see if there's any that I haven't touched all year, and which ones I last worked in, which ones I haven't worked in for a while. Any that I haven't touched in a year, maybe those are books that you could destash in the future, but it just gives me an idea of what I'm working on, what I'm not working on, and maybe I've forgotten some books and I can pull those ones out because I haven't coloured in them for a while. So it does help me colour in some of my books that I might not necessarily pick up all the time. Basically, that is it. So I only colour roughly 10 pages in a month. So it really takes no time to update this sheet whatsoever. Now, after doing this entire exercise, I can tell you I have exactly 120 books. Out of those 120 books, 16 of those are currently uncoloured, which means approximately 87% of my books are coloured in. If I've done my calculations right, I think it's 87%. And also some of those uncoloured books are also compilation books, which may or may not ever get coloured in. So that reduces my uncoloured books a little bit, I think. Now, I'm going to insert a screen recording and a voiceover right now, just to show you exactly how I use the document, and that should be on your screen right about now. Hey guys, voiceover Karen here. So I am just scrolling down the whole document quickly just for you to see all 11 pages. Now I have noticed that the screen recording didn't actually capture the drop down menus today. So I will be adding in photos on top just to show you what it looks like when we get to those parts. So you can see here I'm right clicking on the 1%. Then when the drop down menu pops up, I'm clicking update field. This will automatically update your percentage if you've changed your completed page numbers. Now, I'm selecting the entire table by first placing my cursor in the box where I want to start. Then I'm clicking Alt-Shift-End to select the entire row, then Alt-Shift-Page down to select the rest of the table. This now allows me to sort that data, or data for my US friends, however you choose to pronounce it. So the first sorting method I was trying to show you today is how my document is regularly sorted, which is by artist first, followed by book title next. And I will pop up a pic showing you this right now. So I'm sorting by column 1 first, followed by column 2. And this is the standard sorting arrangement for my document. The next sorting method I'm showing you is how to view your most coloured in books by percentage. So we're sorting by column 6 in descending order. You can also sort by column 6 in ascending order to show you the least coloured in books. Just a side note here, Mythic World is showing at 86% completed. It sounds less than it actually is because my double pages count in the document as 2 pages, where in reality we actually only have 5 colouring pages left in the book plus the nameplate pages. Lastly, you can sort by updated, which is column 7, and sort in whichever order you are interested in gaining information from. And don't forget finally to sort your document back into the original order of column 1 first, followed by column 2. Alright guys, that was just a quick video giving you all a little insight into how I keep track of my books and completed pages. What I can do for you all is put up an editable version of this document up on my Ko-fi store if it does interest anyone. I can just remove my book collection and leave maybe the first line for an example. Also, one quick thing before I go with regards to the percentage formula, just in case I didn't mention it in the voiceover. If you right click on the percentage here and then click edit field, so right click edit field, you'll see the formula set up with cell references. So the cell references are obviously different for each cell, so each line, each column. How it works is the columns here are in alphabetical order. So you've got column A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then our rows, which are going down our sheet, start at number 1. So our heading line here is number 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So when we do our formula here, you'll notice that these are the cells we're referencing. So we've got column A, B, C, D, E. So columns D and E. That's line 1. This is line 2. So you've got D2 and E2. So the next line down here will be D3, E3. This one will be D4, E4. So this is going to need to be changed per line. I don't think you can just automatically change the entire worksheet like you can in Excel. I think it does need to get manually entered. What I can actually do is leave all my formulas in there, so you don't have to do that. I will leave all the formulas in, and then you just need to enter this information in, but so I have mine ordered. I'm just thinking here, mine is in order by artist name, so alphabetical from A to Z, and then in book name. So I've got sort by artist first and book second, which you might have seen me sorting in the screen recording. So you can see here, even with Alan Robert, there's 3 Alan Robert, and then the book name is in alphabetical order as well. So I have them all sorted like that. That's how I started. And then my cell references in my formula. If you change this around, for example, if this row was now down here, the formula would still be the same in the cell reference. So that's still going to be D2 and E2, but when you go to update the field, it's going to be taking the information from up here and not from here. So I can leave, I'm just thinking, guys, as I'm talking to you. So I can leave all the percentages in. You enter in your book information, and then when you go to sort it all, do not sort with these columns. So just highlight and select this information and sort by that information. Don't include this line because you don't want this line to change. That should work. If you do have any questions, please let me know. If you are interested in seeing this or getting a copy of this, let me know and I'll put it up on my Ko-fi website. I hope this was an interesting video for some of you. I know some of you might not be interested at all in the organisation aspect, but it is a hobby of mine, organising things, and I find it really relaxing and really fun. So on that note, thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.